Hi everyone, welcome to our Power Teacher Pro series for administrators. In today's tutorial, we're going to answer the question, when I'm supervising a gradebook, what might I see? So this is going to be a real basic tutorial. So here we go, we start by logging on to PowerSchool as usual, and supervising gradebooks usually means we're looking for a teacher. There are other ways to look at what teachers are doing, but this is just one way you can do it. Click on Teacher Schedules. I can find the teacher, and I can click over here on Power Teacher Pro. Once Power Teacher Pro opens up, I can see a whole bunch of stuff. Number one, right here, I can see the teacher's name. We see our section selector up here. If I drop that down, then I can look at all the different courses that this particular teacher teaches. Look at this part right here. We're only going to see this as administrators, this read-only view. There's a couple reasons for this. One of them is because this is the teacher's gradebook. The teacher is the person doing the assessment in the room. This is the teacher's responsibility. For administrators, I know a lot of people have been very excited about this because it is also preventing them from making any kind of inadvertent mistakes and messing up someone's gradebook by accident. All right, here we go. What can we see? So let's say I'm coming to the math class, and here we see, I don't want anyone to panic. There are a lot of assessments here, and that's okay. A lot of them are progress checks. So these are the categories our teachers can use. So progress check is meant to tell mom and dad, you know what, we're on the learning journey still. We're on the learning journey, and this is what I'm noticing as your child's teacher. And then we have another category called summative. So we are at the end of this particular unit, and off we go. Big comment from elementary language arts teachers is that, you know what, there's not so many summative assessments there, and that's fine. They say that the learning journey is all year long. But when you're looking at mathematics or science, maybe you're going to have distinct units, and that learning doesn't transfer necessarily from one unit to the next. Once these kiddos are done fractions, they're moving on. You can see that this is a link. So if I click up here, then I can look at the details of this particular assignment. I can look to see that scores have been used here, numeric scores, and it's important for us to know that these numeric scores are not going to show up to mom and dad. These get hidden thanks to our ITS PowerSchool programmers who've done a fantastic job making sure PowerSchool works the way we want it to work here in Edmonton Catholic Schools. And we can also see that there are outcomes associated with this particular assignment. And if I hover over it, I can see what that outcome is. And then I can look down here and I can see the levels of achievement that the teacher has assessed each particular student at. If I want to go to the next assessment, then I can just click that down and click on the next assessment. Another way to look at what's going on in a teacher's gradebook, I could look at the score sheet as well. This kind of gives me a nice big overview of what's going on in the entire class. Look here at all these little blue bubbles. There's been a big rumor going on that there are no more comments at all, and some people are really happy about that, and some people are very upset about that. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you're looking at it, there are in fact still comments, and I'm going to say that these are going to be a lot more meaningful comments because they're being given as the learning happens. Rather than that big autopsy report at the end of each term, we've got our details of how to improve right here with assignments as they go. I want you to notice too, this teacher does not give a comment on every single assignment for every single student. This teacher is choosing based on what he knows about his students and where he sees that they need improvement. So for this example right here, remember to use place value or a number line to figure out which number is bigger. So clicking there really helps me out. There are other ways to look at comments. We don't necessarily have to go and snoop in every single grade book like this. That would be quite daunting, especially in a large school. But this is one of the ways. We will get to other ways to look at that in our August sessions for administrators. Another thing we can look at here is outcomes. So when I click on grading outcomes, Then I can see every student's name. I know that I'm in semester 2, and I can see that for each and every outcome that I've already done as a teacher, there are overall levels of achievement here. This little icon right here is the professional judgment indicator. Now, these are not a bad thing. These are just saying, you know what, there are more than one assignment for this particular outcome. Click on my professional judgment indicator, then I can look at all the different assignments that I've given my students that include this outcome. I can also look at comment verification. So the comment verification is specifically for our term comments that we might use for accommodated students or adapted students. And that, again, we will go into more detail in our August sessions. Also important to note that if parents have not yet accessed PowerSchool, this is a place that our teachers can come to really help out those parents track their child's learning. They can print an individual student report, and that individual student report will show whatever data it is that the teacher decides to share. Okay, one last place to look for today. If we want to dig down on individual students, of course, we can always use PowerSchool to look at a student's quick lookup. Or we can, if we're already here, we can look here at the assignments up here for each individual student, going from the student's grading drawer. And we can also look at how this particular student is doing on each individual outcome. So here's a list of the outcomes, and this is how the kiddo is doing. And we can also look at the comment log. Again, we can find those in a separate report on PowerSchool Administrator, but if you're already in the gradebook, you're always welcome to look here. So here we can see all of these different comments and when the assignment was done and what the score was. That's it for today, everyone. We will get into some more tutorials as we go. There will be several sessions for administrators to learn about this, and of course we will have our Train the Trainer sessions beginning on May 22nd. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great day.